Yo, it's SmallmouthCrush. Welcome to what is this? This isn't a podcast. This is just another video in the series of the Bassmaster Northern Opens. I'm a little fired up. I'm on White Claw number 5. Okay, so bear with me. It's super excited. It's cold out. I'm in a hoodie. It's May, right? Craziness. But we're going to have some fun here in this video. We're actually going to introduce a new member to our team. Yeah, it was 12-pound Tom Nee, JP the Hammer, or whatever his name is. We got a new guy, secret guy. You've probably heard of him. He was on the Smallmouth Crush podcast not too long ago. We're going to get into it. It's all coming up. All right. So as I said, I'm super excited. I can't wait to let's bring the original 12-pound Tom Nee, 12-pound, say that fast when you've got 5 White Claws in, and JP, the Hammer without the mustache or whatever you had, handlebars. Dude, what's up, guys? So listen, super excited. I'm hyped up. I had some awesome guide trips in the last couple of days. We caught like 2 fish. Super excited to be fishing tidal water this time of year. And I know, Tom, you had a little, you did really your first BFL of the year. I mean, we got the big goose egg out of the way, right?
Yes, we did, dude. You caught 2 fish more than I did, so you probably would have cashed a check.
Well, I mean, I would have worked that. Yeah, dude, you know how my style. I prefer terrible tidal water conditions, super cold front during the spawn. Like that's what I thrive on, stuff like that. But guess what? These fish aren't even spawning yet, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, show me a spawner. I dare you to show me a spawner. Now, maybe when this video comes out, Johnny V will be like, hey, look at these I caught up there in the safety press. But I get it. JP, I know you've been on Candlewood. You've been dealing with my boy down there, Zach, right?
Yeah. Fished a tournament with Zach over the weekend. Guy's a good fisherman.
You caught like a 7-pounder, dude.
Yeah, he got a 7. We got a 6. A 3, and then it was a 6 fish limit, and the other 3 fish were all 1 pound. So we ended up just under 21 pounds.
You sucked the big D, dude. I'm sorry.
13th.
Yeah,
well, we got longer.
13th, 21 pounds, 13th place.
Yeah, the place is phenomenal.
I guess. Yeah, dude. Candlewood's awesome. Been there a handful of times. Paul Mueller showed me around, and we kind of tweaked the live scope. I know you were utilizing forward-facing technology this past week out there, throwing your reaction baits, your jerk baits, and all that. So we got a lot to talk about, guys. So this is the original team, but we actually, a buddy of mine from back in Wisconsin, we fished some team events. You guys see him on the Smallmouth Crush podcast. Very good angler. Dude's like one of the top anglers definitely in that region. And he dominates. Gary's going to actually join the team. He called me up. He actually won. Let's bring him on. We can figure this out. Gary, what's up, man?
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, Gary?
Good, dude. So listen, Gary, so you actually got your Bassmaster Opens fees paid for by qualifying through the Wisco Single Series, making Angler of the Year, and they basically sponsored you for the 2021 season. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Man, that's awesome, dude. Like, first of all, congratulations on Angler of the Year in that format. If you guys are not aware, the Wisco Single Series is actually a cool concept that it started in Wisconsin. Our friend Kyle and what's his partner? I keep forgetting. I should know this.
Brent.
Yes.
Brent, yeah.
We leave Brent out. We can't leave Brent out. He's part of this.
Yeah, he's a crucial part of that team.
Big time. And those guys do a great job at putting together these tournaments. And it's basically you against the fish. There's no co-anglers. It's just one-on-one. And it's all across the state of Wisconsin. And, of course, they have a points race. And Gary did well last year. And you probably did well the year before. You probably had a shot, too. I don't remember. But
I did. I was runner-up the year before.
Okay, there you go. And I'm sure you'll be are you going to be able to fish all the events this year with your schedule now?
Yes, actually with the Opens, it fits perfect.
Wow.
We actually have our first event May 2nd, the week before I go down to the James on Lake Winneconne up here in Wisconsin. And I've been out there fishing a little bit. things are a little cold here yet, but I'm definitely on some decent fish. And hopefully things hold up and I do well in that event.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were originally going to fish the Centrals, but found out that they were totally booked, couldn't get into them. And we talked prior to that, and you were telling me you were going to do that. And I was like, why aren't you doing the Northerns, man? That's your style. Because you haven't fished any of these bodies of water. So we're going to 3 new bodies, the James, Oneida, and Thousand Islands, which you've never been to. But you've been to places like, I don't even know where they're fishing. Grand Lake, I'm just guessing. Stuff like that, right?
Yeah, it was Smith, which got canceled anyways.
Mhm.
And then it was, let me see here. Grand Lake was another one. And then, where was the other one? I don't remember where the other one was, Travis. But I had been fished all 3 of them at some point in my fishing career. So I thought, well, with a little history on these lakes, maybe I stand a better chance. So I decided to go that way. But when it came time to sign up, I couldn't get in them. Literally within an hour, it was full.
Wow.
So I hurried up and jumped in the Northerns, thinking it would probably fill up too, and I got in right away.
Good. Yeah, no, and it's great. So Gary reached out, said, dude, need someone to travel with and roommate. And I was like, shit, I already committed to Tom and JP, but Tom and JP are cool dudes and they don't give a shit. They're like, yeah, bring him on. Let's go. Let's do this. And so we got our housing all figured out and we're working on a game plan. So shortly after this video here, we're actually going to dig into the meat and potatoes of the James River and kind of do some planning. That's the whole goal. If you guys have watched our first video in this series, if not, we're going to put them on the playlist. And we're actually going to be making videos during practice. We're going to try to do a video maybe every night, probably not, but quite a few times leading up to the events. And I'm really, I'm excited. For me, and I'm sure with everyone, I'm at the busiest point in my life ever. Meaning, you know, my new boat just came 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm still trying to dial it in because between the Chickamauga event and guide trips every day, I don't have personal time to get intimate with my electronics. Like I can't even calibrate the depth and temperatures on my units. Plus, I got the Solix, which is different than the Helix, so there's a learning curve. I got 18 live scopes on my boat. I mean, there's a lot to learn, right? Putting all this stuff together. And I'm still trying to figure it out. I got a shitty-ass Fury 23 3-blade that's not cupped right. So that's going back to the shop to get right because 62 miles an hour ain't going to cut it. I threw my 4-blade on yesterday after a guide trip on Conowingo and was able to hit 68, 69. So it's not the boat. It's the prop. We're trying to dial it in. Tom, you feel me. JP, you feel me. Gary, you know. New boats, man.
Listen, this is not about me. This is about you right now, Travis, and all the things that you're experiencing. But I was just curious, Gary, when you found out that you were going to be fishing with 12-pound Tom, like, were you intimidated?
Well, yeah, Travis told me a little bit about you. I didn't know if I could compete with 12 pounds. I have weighed a couple times more than 12 pounds, but I mean.
Hey, listen, I don't want to create any added pressure on you. But listen, JP the Hammer is JP the Hammer for a reason. And, you know, we welcome you with open arms, man. We are really excited to partner with you.
Yes.
We really feel like we're going to be able to teach you a thing or two.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, looking forward to meeting you in person.
I do not have any tidal and water experience, but I'm a fast learner. I'll put it to that.
He is, man. He's going to figure it out. You know, Gary, I don't know what it is about you, dude, but you do dominate. I mean, I don't know. Everyone has their own little niche, right? I'm still trying to figure out yours, Gary, because you do, you know, I think it's a lot of time in the water and experience, of course. For me, we all know it's finesse fishing. JP, it's, I don't know. You like that grass and that big secret bait that you throw. And Tom, you're still growing, you know what I mean? So we're going to get there.
Gary, I just want to know.
I
just want to know if Gary feels the same way as Tom in the fact that he's so far behind in the electronics game, he needs to run over his new grass with his pickup truck while he's sitting in the driveway.
Yeah, Tom. So, hey guys, quick story. If you don't follow Tom on Instagram, it should be 12-pound Tom Nee, but I don't think it is. At Tom Nee maybe. But listen, so he put the story up. he got a bunch of Lowrance graphs for his new Ranger that he bought from Bowers in Reading, just where I get my nitro, and apparently backed over it in the morning.
No, man, this is not what happened. That's not
What
exactly
happened?
what happened.
What's the story?
So I'm really excited. Just like you, my boat's backed up like 2 to 3 months. I picked this thing up literally 2 or 3 weeks ago. So here I am scrambling to put it all together. So I call up Roy down at Wacky Riggers, and I'm like, Roy, I need 2 HDS 12 lives shipped. And he's like, man, I can really put this together for you. Let me pull some things off of here and there. I'll get them over to you. I'll overnight them to you. I'm like, thanks, man. Really appreciate it. I get the notification from FedEx. It's like, man, left at the front porch. And I'm like, yes.
Right.
I'm going to have these suckers on later. And sure enough, I'm coming home from work. I pull right into the driveway and I hear crunch.
Did you back up in the driveway, or are you driving straight in?
Straight in, bro.
So I pretty much know this shit in front of me when I'm driving down the road. How?
Dude, I didn't even hit it with the front tire, man. I clipped it with the back rear, like the right rear, just totally. And dude, the gimbal brackets look like potato chips. I'll tell you, like all these boxes look completely destroyed. You couldn't have faked like a worse destruction. I was beside myself. I was almost vomiting. It was crazy. And I'm like,
nobody, I promise you,
No.
in the comments, let me know. Nobody's ever done this in their life. No angler in the whole country has ever driven over their new shipment of electronics for their boat.
And you know what?
In.
Let me tell you something. Those Lowrance units fired right up. No problem. Just saying, man. Like if you're worried about whether or not
give it 2 months,
electronics,
give it 2 months, you'll be shipping them back, Tom. Promise you. Okay, it's Lowrance. You'll be shipping them back. Better have a backup. Anyways, crazy story. Unreal.
I don't know about that, Travis.
Well, Humminbird too, dude. They're all fucking junk. Okay,
all right.
They're all. I'm straight up with you. I fear the day. When I had my 360 back in the day, the before Mega, I shipped that thing back 6 times a year. It was off my boat more than it was on my boat. Anyways, ran over. Sorry, I don't want to scare you guys, but there's always going to be issues and backup and plans, and this is what we need to really concentrate here on the Open, because we're running a lot of high tech equipment. We got a lot of stuff going on our boats, and when one unit goes down or one trolling motor starts acting up and flashing, and by the way, JP, we need to talk about my Ghost. I thought that anchor lock was like dead on, bro. It pushed me about 10.
Did you
10 feet
calibrate
away.
it?
Sort of. You press a couple foot buttons together, and it's like magic.
Hold the button. You got to hold the buttons down,
all right,
and then you got to go into let it go into the thing and do the circle.
Oh,
we'll do it when we're down there. I'll do it for you.
I ain't got time. I'll just deal with it. It almost threw me off the boat today, dude.
I don't know.
By the way, my co-angler in Chickamauga fell in the lake. Did I mention that? Yeah, he took a dive. Yeah. Anyways.
Dude, so that is not your co-angler's fault. You better tell the real story, bro.
Wow.
Like, you had something to do with that.
Yeah, my boat was gonna get scraped by this old dead head that was sticking out of the water, and so I reached down to push it off and missed it, and he thought he'd be helpful, so he grabbed the branch, which broke immediately, and he goes, and I'm like, dude, get back in the boat. He's just like swearing while he's getting soaked. If it was me, I would have been back up on that boat in seconds. But he basically swam to the back, you know what I mean? And it was cold, and I'm like, oh shit! I had some extra clothes off. Anyways, he stuck it out. But crazy shit like that happened. It was unreal. So hopefully we have incident-free Opens. I'm super excited, guys. We're gonna bring you videos of our practice. We're gonna try to check in maybe some live. Definitely on the Monday Night Lives, we'll be going live during practice. Most of us are getting in town on Friday. This tournament's coming up probably in the next week or so when this video does air. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's just try to enjoy ourselves. Going down to the chick and dealing with all these yahoos and pressure and a new body of water reminded me why I hate tournament fishing. But there's a love-hate relationship. I think we're all kind of aware of that. And people that are watching this, there's so much that goes into it. So much anticipation, right? Leading up to that event. And then come day one of practice when you realize all the shit you thought was going to happen isn't. And you have to throw it out and regroup and recoup and try to fight through. That's what makes it rewarding, I guess, and worth it in the end. So I want to see all of us in the top 10. I know it's not going to happen realistically. I'm going to be in 90th and Gary will be in first. But, shit like that, like we really got to we really got to concentrate here and try to put some things together, guys. And in our first video, if you haven't watched it, we really talked about trust and working together as a team. And I think we have a great group of guys that are excellent in certain areas, have our advantages and have our weaknesses, of course, but hopefully we can learn from that. And so we're looking forward to bringing all this information, all the videos and everything, our experience. And we're going to try to video and record as much as we can, even the, off the water stuff at the house while we're brainstorming and swearing and getting mad at life and frustration. That's all part of it. Hopefully we're all like, oh man, I jacked 20 today. We're good. But you know how that goes. Reality sets in quick. I talked to
those
guys,
weights.
I'm
Those weights
totally
you
going to
showed.
have the camera rolling most of the time so I can catch all of what he just said that he'll be doing. All of us will be totally relaxed.
I'm going to have a spinning around my hand most of the event. That's all I know.
I know one thing. Those weights that you posted that they had in that tournament over the weekend, that was insane compared to what you normally see from a tournament.
Yeah, so guys, there was a tournament here. This is pretty much 1st of May. Last week or two, there was a lot of 20-pound sacks being brought in. Those were the first wave of fish moving up. So we are going to be in a 60% post-spawn, 60% post-spawn, 40% spawn type of an event. And I guess whatever it is, it is. I welcome the challenge.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's get into it, guys.
Make it happen?
Yes, so we're gonna let you guys go. We're gonna get into it and really start breaking down some maps and all the research that we've done the last couple weeks to try to form a game plan and go from there. So, any last words, JP?
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks, man.
Sounds good, Gary. How about you?
Same thing. I'm excited. Got this little derby at home to take care of, and I'm going to be coming down to the James River and giving it my best shot.
That's right. That's right. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys, we will be checking in with you throughout the week of practice. Of course, we got the SmallmouthCrush podcast, the lives every Monday night. And as always, until next time, we'll see you guys. Come on, all together on the water.